Welcome to HouseSmarts. I'm Lou Manfredini. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a jam-packed show today, so let's get right to it. I'm at the Botanic Garden at Oklahoma State University with another Lou. It's two Lou's for the price of one. Lou Anella, nice to see you. You're the director here at the Botanic Garden.
I am.
Tell me a little bit about what this place is and who comes here and what you do with all of this.
Well, we use it to fulfill the mission of the Ag School, teaching, research, and extension. And it's also used by the community, the Stillwater community, and people in the state of Oklahoma. And we film a television show here called Oklahoma Gardening.
Talk a little bit about the different gardens that are set up and some of the plants.
So we have a birds, bees, and butterfly garden. We have a children's garden, Japanese garden. We also have some gardens that focus on sustainability. So we have a green parking lot, we have rain gardens, we even have pervious pavers where we're trying to show how water can move through the pervious pavers for stormwater mitigation. And so not all of them are just purely aesthetic. We even had some that focus on sustainability. So it's a great teaching environment.
That's great. Now you don't mind if we take our camera around and take a look at some different stuff throughout the show, right?
Wonderful. Great.
That's great. Thanks so much. Two Lou's for the price of one.
When we look at beautiful buildings and architecture that surround us, we know these buildings were designed by skilled workers. In fact, many were built and rebuilt by masons. But being a mason is so much more than being just a bricklayer. They're actually more like artists. But is masonry a lost art? You'll be surprised at the answer.
Masonry often begins with bricklaying, interspersing cement and other materials to form mortar, hence the term bricks and mortar. Simon Leverett has spent years perfecting the process, carrying on a highly specialized craft that stretches back hundreds of years.
There's different kinds of masons. Actually, there's two kinds of stonemason. A fixer mason, who actually will build like the castle, and the bench mason who do the glamorous work, the carvings.
Simon took us to a job site where a building from the 1920s is being completely restored.
So Simon, we have a bird's eye view of all of the action. What's the crew doing?
At the moment, they're preparing to tuck point. So they've ground out the mortar joints. They're washing it as they go down to remove all the debris, loose sand and dirt, and then come back again and start repointing. The difference in this job and most of the jobs we see in the city is they're using the historically accurate materials. The same materials that was used on this building is what they're putting back in.
When you can literally see the crumbling mortar under the brick, that means it's time to restore or rebuild. It's an intricate process that uses specialized tools, materials, craftsmanship, and patience.
This is the original mortar. It's very large aggregate. Most modern aggregates use a bank sand or a finer mason sand. We took some of this mortar and had it tested. We got the results back and we mimicked the aggregate and the binder, and makes me happy. It's so soft and it's great.
This project is a first of its kind in the nation when it comes to lime mortar. Matt Wolf is the project manager.
We were involved with replicating the original mortar. We were able to determine the mix design, the ratios of sand to lime, and also the chemistry of the lime mortar. And we were able to replicate, chemically speaking, the original mortar. We matched the aggregates to the original mortar and also the coloration using various pigments.
Matt's Concrete and Masonry Company was founded by his great-great-grandfather in 1873. They use a specialized silo to make sure the materials aren't compromised but are properly mixed so the compounds stay true to their original form.
This is a bulk mortar silo. This is the dispensing unit of choice for modern masons for holding, storing, and dispensing their modern-day mortars like Portland cement mortars. We bought some of those modern-day cement silos and we modified them so that we could use them to dispense historic lime mortars, making it more affordable for restoration projects of this scale.
When it comes to restoration, it's a mason's job to match the old elements with the new, so they can tell them apart, but you can't.
We want people to look at the building and think that nothing has been done to it and that it has aged naturally. You know, if mortar jumps out at you, if a building has been repointed and you can spot it from the sidewalk, that is not a good repointing job. We want it to blend in seamlessly with the old.
But with all of the modern technology out there today, with fancy and expensive machinery, is masonry a lost art?
You know, I do believe that much of the art of historic masonry has been lost, but I think it's also coming back. You know, technology has made a lot of the historic materials available again through the internet, and so we are seeing, I think, an increase in skills and interest in historic masonry.
So the next time you drive past a historic house or even someone's home, check out the craftsmanship that went into building it. Masonry isn't necessarily a lost art, but the more you're aware of it, the more you'll appreciate it.